Welcome to Tush Twins, heard on MalcolmPresents.com. Actually, I'm having a problem with my WordPress, so now we're basically on
Don't we all?
YouTube. We're on YouTube, and I'm not able to upload it to Malcolm Presents, but you go to YouTube, and you'll see the show. And you see all
YouTube.
my shows.
All the shows are on YouTube.
YouTube. Just go to Malcolm Presents.
Is it a U or is it a tube? What? Which one is it?
Who knows?
It's a YouTube.
It's a YouTube, but
It's almost Groundhog's Day. It's
okay,
almost Groundhog
let's
Day.
begin the show. Start the show.
We're getting close, kiddos.
All right,
right.
the show starts with Punxsutawney Phil and Punxsutawney Philly.
Billette.
Philette. This is
Oh,
Philette,
wait.
this is Philly.
My brother was a girl. His name would have been Fern. So you could call the other one Fern.
Phil and Fern.
This one is from 2002. 02,
Right.
02, 02.
Oh, two. Hey, my neighbor's daughter was born on 2/2/22. How's that
Cool.
for a birthday?
My grandniece was born on January 1st, 2000.
Wow.
Ooh,
She was the first.
Y2K.
She was the first child born in I think it was Dutchess County.
Oh yeah, in the new year,
Cool.
The new year and the new century,
new millennium.
new millennium, whatever it is.
Well, folks, if you're wondering why we're showing all these cute little groundhogs, woodchucks, it's because in 2 weeks it is Groundhog's Day,
That's
the
Groundhog
high
Day.
holiday of the year.
That's right. It's our high holiday. We would go. We'd never have an office party during Christmas, New Year. No, we waited to go to the Chinese restaurant on 3rd Avenue, Noodles 28, and we had our party. And it was Groundhog Day party. Because how many offices do you know celebrate Groundhog Day with a party?
We do. BT Puppy Records always
absolutely.
celebrated the whole high holiday.
That's right. It's our high holiday.
I thought it was a national holiday, Groundhog Day.
And for us, it is.
For us, it is. I mean, they put it. It's a holiday, but it's not like a holiday one gets off of work from. So.
Well, we did.
Well,
Speaking
about that, there was, I think, on either 60 Minutes or Jane Pauley Sunday morning, they were talking about the different days, like Groundhog Day or different trivia, Pancake Day, French Toast Day, Hat Day.
Yep.
There's a whole calendar. A guy who started it years ago.
Oh, and I like Donut Day. You get a free donut at Dunkin' Donuts, even though they suck, but it's free.
Anyway, I
They'll never be a sponsor now.
I don't know if you're prepared.
I eat them.
How did Groundhog Day start?
Oh,
Did I catch you?
I want to save that for because
we're gonna save that for our main big holiday show.
Yeah, we have to do that, when it's closer.
We're just telling people.
In other words, you don't know.
It's coming up.
Yeah, we
know,
know,
we do know.
but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm.
You're not prepared.
Hey,
we're gonna wait.
No. I mean, I could start, but I'm not.
Okay. This is a teaser for 2 weeks.
It's all here. It's all here.
This is a teaser for the 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, right?
Right. It's yep. All right. We'll have to see if the groundhog sees a shadow or not. There's Punxsutawney Phil. There's Staten Island Chuck. There's General Beauregard.
General Beauregard.
Melville.
There's Melville.
There's Mel from Melville, New Jersey. May he rest in peace.
Are they going to do a new one?
I hope so.
I
felt so bad last year.
I think we should start a Malcolm. How come they're all male?
They're not necessarily all male. They just have names that are all male.
Oh, right. Well, has the woman's lib gotten to that and having maybe some female? As you say, Fern?
We didn't. Frankly, Scarlett, I don't think anyone cares because
truthfully, I'd rather the men be wrong. So let them get all the blame if the weather's wrong.
And not only that, let it be a male groundhog that's freezing its ass off. What do I know?
We did it once.
We actually, well, see, we need to save this for the show.
We'll save it for
So,
the
Okay.
thing.
We're gonna
Anyway,
this is a teaser. So here we are. We didn't even do the intro, which I can do, but I'm
okay,
gonna
do the intro. Let's
I'm
start.
doing it now. So
Okay.
move over Lucy and Ethel, Laverne and Shirley, Thelma and Louise, Betty and Wilma, Tina and Amy. Here come the Tush Twins with tales of friendship from Brooklyn and beyond. Maxine Faith Moi and Paula Rusty Rose, the redhead, will bring you through.
Rusty Rose sounds like a hooker.
Rusty
stripper.
Rose. That's I have a poll right here. Come over.
Wasn't there a wrestler? No, the Dusty Rhodes.
That's Dusty Rhodes. That was a wrestler in WWE.
Oh God, I can't believe you even know that. Well,
Yes, unfortunately, I do.
I think
I know.
he was a bad guy who turned to be a good guy.
They're all bad guys. They all turn good, then they turn bad.
Right. It's
Have you
yeah.
seen wrestling lately?
No, I haven't watched.
I don't
in
think
years.
it's anything. No, it's not what it was. I mean, I used to watch wrestling with my grandfather in the 60s when he would take care of me. The fights were on the wrestling was on like channel 9 or so. I mean, I forgot
5.
which channel.
Yeah.
5, 9, whatever. And I would sit there watching him. He'd bring me dessert, so I was happy and I shut up. You know, my
Mhm.
grandmother's delicious desserts and ice cream. And I would watch it with him, but it wasn't anything close to the theatrics and insanity of now.
Well,
So
but it's $1 billion business now over that.
yeah,
Yeah.
well,
I think Vince
I used to
McMahon-
watch it with Dennis and my nephew, The Undertaker. Oh God, I knew them all
I
at
mean,
one
my
point.
favorite
the
was-
Rock was it, you know,
and
big.
Antonio Rocca, Argentina. I
Um,
don't know if you guys are that old to remember Argentina
The
Rocca.
Argentinian guy, yes,
Yeah,
There's a-
I remember that.
and Hulk Hogan, right? He was
Yes.
that was even
pretty
before
popular.
Hulk Hogan. He used to
Way
fight
before Hulk
barefooted.
Hogan.
Right.
He
I
was
don't know.
barefoot,
Bit.
and
Oh,
he
well.
could jump. He was. This was like in the 60s.
Yeah, well, wrestling is a whole different ball game now.
No, but today
and-
I don't see how they bang chairs over people's heads. They jump down with, they have hammers. So they bring out saws.
It's all
it's
fake.
all theatrics and it's all a crock. So.
Yeah, but they are, even though they look like they're fat and out of shape, they have to be in shape.
They have to be.
But they
without
I mean,
also
some
it.
of the
get they
falls they
also get
take-
injured. They get very injured. It's dangerous. You know, football's dangerous. These wrestling things are dangerous.
Goldberg.
You
He
know.
was the
Goldberg, yeah.
Jewish wrestler,
Right.
and he won the belt a few times. We used to
Yeah.
root for Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Aside from watching the initial stuff with my grandpa, Papa Lou,
You know,
I don't. I'm not. No. I don't
oh,
do that.
what kind of woman are you? But some of them are.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea.
Well,
I'd
look
rather
what
have
look what Dwayne Johnson made out of himself being a wrestler.
yeah,
Well,
well,
his father helped him along too
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
was wrestling. Rocky.
Rocky. Yep. Well, you know, it's in the blood. It's in his blood, and he.
No, it's in his body.
Well, you can look at him. He's still like a brick. It's like, you know, I don't know
Brick
how old
Clubhouse.
he is now, but he's built, boy.
Yeah.
And he works
He's in
out.
his 50s.
He keeps in shape, and he's you know.
Well, that's why I always wear my sweatshirt. I don't want you to see my body.
Oh yeah, one
Because
day
you-
we're gonna make you take it all off.
No.
No.
Da da
We're
da
gonna
da 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 da.
Wait.
All right. Well, again, you see, I waste my time doing things like
Squirrel.
this. You know, nut
Okay.
sack.
Okay. Read what you
Nutsack.
got to me.
I'm
Read
not
what you.
reading anything. We're off the charts now. We thought we'd talk about vacations on the show.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Let's go to vacations.
But
Yes,
we
let's
don't
do
have to.
vacations.
I mean,
Yes.
we went from groundhogs to wrestling. I
We
don't
don't
even know
have to.
how. People must say, "Who are these three nuts?"
Hello.
Squirrel,
Oh, squirrel.
nutsack.
Groundhog.
Groundhog Day.
Nutsack.
It's a Groundhog Day wrestling. What
Right.
else?
Squirrels and
The squirrels.
Nutsacks.
nutsacks.
Sex.
No,
Nutsacks.
no. She said every time now she says squirrels. I answer her with nut sacks.
That's
And, squirrels, whatever. I don't know. Squirrels they gather nuts, right?
They eat nuts.
Right. So they gather them in a sack.
No, I'm gonna say something very crude, so I'm not
Do
gonna say
not, do not.
Don't
Just
not.
watch yourself. No, no, no.
because
is
I know Paula would turn red.
This is a PG rated.
My hair already did.
This is a PG.
Well, that's why the whole thing, you won't be able to distinguish your hair from your face.
So, I was kind of looking some stuff up, and it says, do people need vacations?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
People need vacations.
Mhm.
It's actually part of your health to keep you healthier.
Even a stay vacation is good for you.
It doesn't, yeah, even if you take a couple of day road trip, you just need to get away. Like, what is it Lenny Kravitz saying? I want to get away. I want to fly away. He was right. Yeah. Well, that's important. And I know that it's again, you're happier, you're more creative after you everything. You see your family if sometimes you go out, or you just go out to have a good time somewhere away from where you are, preferably on a plane
Far, far away.
to a nice island.
Mhm.
I was lucky enough to recently go
Yes, you did.
to the Cayman Islands, and it is just a beautiful place. The water there is incredible, and it's clean and blue, and I mean the colors are and it's clear. So when you go snorkeling, you look down, you'll see fish, most of the time. But we went for my hubby's birthday. I won't say which one. And
Which hubby or which birthday?
Altacaca.
to calling all
Altacaca.
Altacacas, calling all Altacacas.
Altacaca.
Come in, Altacaca 1. Here I am. But I said, you're gonna be swimming with the stingrays.
swimming
The sharks. You're gonna be swimming with the
fish.
sharks.
I heard that. I think it was a Godfather.
You're
Yeah, I'm
swimming
gonna
with
swim
the
with the.
fish.
You're gonna swim with the fish.
Swimming with the fish. So he went swimming with the fish, but we took him to swim with the stingrays. They have Stingray City there, and they actually have these stingrays that they know they're being fed, so they just beehive to you, and it's very.
They're wonderful. I love petting stingrays. They love to be petted underneath.
They like to be
Except that they give them gummy bears now.
No,
Ooh.
they give them fish. That's what they give them. They know what they're getting.
Well, what's
Yes,
that guy's name?
But if Rusty gave them a gummy bear, I don't know what the stingray would do.
It'd be.
Who's the one that was killed by the stingray?
The guy out in Australia.
Steve something
Yeah.
What was his
The
name?
Australian?
But he had that's what's his face?
Was it Jeff? I don't remember. Why do I not remember his name?
Because his son, I think his wife are doing a show now.
His daughter.
The daughter?
Yeah.
His daughter.
Yes.
Yeah, she yeah, they did that show with I don't know which channel they did it.
I think everybody's showing their age, but this guy
he did it, he did a nature, an adventure animal show.
Yeah, Paul
Mhm.
Hogan.
Yeah.
No.
I know, I'm kidding.
Paul Hogan did the good day. He did the
Or die.
who was the guy? Paul, check it out.
I am.
But
right
anyway,
here.
Crocodile Dundee.
While you're looking for that,
Crocodile Dundee was the role that he played.
that's Paul Hogan played.
Right.
Yeah, the other dude.
The other guy was Steve something or other, I think.
Steve Schwartz. No, I don't know.
Steve Schwarzenberg.
I don't know why the name is eluding.
I know. It's like me. I can't remember names anymore.
Well, my mom never remembered names, so every time she introduced me to someone, she'd go, Maxine, meet, and point to the person, and she would go, say your name.
I remember that.
Say your name. She was like, oh, I'm Joyce. Hi, nice to meet you.
Generally what they do, because I had
Steve
a problem.
Irwin.
Steve
See,
Irwin.
we had Steve. We didn't have the
Steve
Irwin.
Irwin.
We had
His
Steve
daughter
right.
Bindi just had a baby, and she has this big show too, even bigger
Yeah,
than his was.
Well, he
really.
was crazy.
Well, the whole
Yeah.
family.
I mean, you go
Um,
swimming with the alligators and you go, this is the alligator. Look at his big teeth. If you touch him over here, he's going to bite your hand off.
yeah.
Excuse me?
Well,
Guess what? No.
well, the thing about him is he was done in by a stingray, so
Yeah, which was very
uh,
odd.
which is yes, strange. So I don't know what happened there. So when you tell people you go and pet stingrays in an ocean, they think you're out of your mind. But
I swear I
yes,
didn't give him any gummies.
I wanted hubby to have the experience, and I said you're going to be kissing a stingray on your birthday, and we took the boat trip that day, the snorkel trip that day, and sure enough, the boat's name was on it, but so was the stingray he had. There was two.
But did he say, Max, don't bite me?
Uh,
Are you AKA Stingray?
that's me. That I did see two beautiful stingrays. The female stingrays are larger than the
Yeah.
male stingrays. And when I was snorkeling on the coral reef there, I did see two beautiful stingrays, huge. And then not far, I saw a barracuda.
A barracuda.
Ooh,
And
barracuda.
that kind of frightened me a bit. And this
Yeah.
other guy was sort of next to me, near me, and we both looked at each other. We had the masks on and we went, we got out of there.
That was at the bar of the hotel. The barracuda's
right.
drinking.
Barracuda.
D-
Especially
d-
during happy hour.
Do they
Uh,
still use that terminology now? God, that seems to be old terminology. Women who stay at bars and drinks and pick up men, and sometimes they used to call them not hookers, but they used to call them barracudas, the ones that weren't
Now they're
professional.
called sluts.
I thought they're
Yeah.
called. I thought they're called, depending on how old they are. Cougars or pumas. Is that out now? Also,
Cougars. Cougars.
Cougars, well, that's it.
pumas.
They like younger. They like
Pumas
younger
are
men.
above cougars, age
Oh,
wise. So I don't
Wise.
know. I don't know if we're cougars or pumas. I'm thinking we're still
I'm a
cougars.
kitty cat.
Yeah. Kitty cat,
Kitty cat.
I love you. We're losing our
I am
minds.
not old, but yes, vacations, you need them. I need one desperately. I went away this weekend to my friends down in Highlands.
Okay.
Get away.
But you
We
know
played
what we need?
pinball.
What do we need?
I know what you
A
need.
girls' road trip.
Road
Road
trip.
trip.
Road
We
trip.
got to call the other girls and gals and get a road trip going.
Road
Are you
trip.
going to take Brad Pitt with you?
Nah,
N-
Pierce.
Mine,
Mine.
mine,
Mine.
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 Well, not that, people who take vacations, sometimes they're more tense when they get back from the vacation.
Depends where
if
you're
it's
going and
or
what you
depends who
do.
you're with.
Yeah,
If you're
that's
with your
true.
mistress, you're gonna have a great time. It's like I don't know.
And if you're with your husband or wife,
Yeah, no, I had a great time, and a lot of people there were, with their husbands and families. They were kids having a terrific time, and so I highly recommend, if you can go to the Cayman Islands.
well,
There's no casino.
everything is so damn expensive.
It is. That's true.
We were planning this local trip over here because I live in Los Angeles. And so I could go either San Diego or Santa Barbara or Pismo Beach. In fact, we're going to Pismo Beach in 2 weeks.
Pismo Beach. You
Pismo
left
Beach.
at Albuquerque to get to Pismo Beach.
But no, and then if you go north and make a left, you go to Sepulveda to the Slauson Cutoff.
Oh, the Slauson Cutoff. Yeah, I know where that is. You know where
Do you?
So do I.
I remember you told me between Sepulveda and the Slauson Cutoff. I was cracking up.
That's Sepulveda Boulevard because if you're coming from the airport,
Right.
it's over the hill. Below the hill, you have Inglewood and the airport. And over the hill, you're going into Los Angeles, and
Right.
And you get to Wilshire.
yeah,
That's
and
how I used to go to the kids' house, Noah and
Mhm.
Josh, or
Right.
Phil and Abby's. When I would go from the airport, I would take the car,
Slauson Avenue
take
Cutoff.
take straight Sepulveda. Anywhere I wanted to go, if I got into Sepulveda, I knew where I was.
Yeah.
Sepulveda
I
runs up
love
and
Sepulveda.
Sepulveda runs up and down the whole
Yeah.
coast. What's great
Mm.
if you come here as a tourist, PCH, Pacific Coast Highway.
Right.
I've done it.
101. Yeah.
That starts
I've
in
done
San
that.
Diego
One.
and goes all the way up to Washington.
Yes.
Well, we took a couple of trips up the one to San Francisco from LA, and we did a round trip. And one time we did it in August, and it was so foggy you couldn't even see the coastline. And
Yeah, we did that in
until you
May.
got, we did Big Sur, and we wanted to see those sites, and it was.
Do you remember
it was
going
foggy.
looking for pewter?
Yes, we looked for pewter. Why did we want to buy pewter? I
That
don't
wasn't me.
understand. I know who it
wasn't
was.
me.
I
It
know
wasn't
who it was.
me.
What was the infatuation with pewter?
I have no idea, and I really
Well,
hope he
people
sticks the pewter up his butt.
we're referring to her
You guys are
ex-husband.
truly sick,
No, it's her ex-husband. He likes
which makes a
pewter.
great show.
That's right. Well, people when they go on vacation, they collect things. They'll want to buy something from and have it. So maybe pewter was it.
He wanted army things and all kinds of stuff made of pewter. I
Mm.
don't know why to this day, and I really don't care.
Yep. Well, I
But he
saved
drove us nuts.
I-
But though we did go to Big Sur,
Mhm.
Love that. It's
Beautiful.
and we
beautiful.
went to
It's beautiful.
whatchamacall, Hearst Castle.
Yes.
Yeah, I did just that a few months ago. We went to Hearst Castle.
I went to Hertz Castle a couple of times, at least
Only went
minimally
once.
twice. I was there, and then I was there again with Les. We took my mom, I think.
I mean, I'm not
But-
I'm not that enthralled by looking at the furniture. First of all, I don't know that much about art, what he has,
Okay.
and the furniture,
Well-
and you're only looking from the outside. I want to sit down,
Well, we
Yeah.
on the chairs and look at it, and I like it the fact that Hearst Castle, like he had so many famous people there and parties. I want
right.
to
They
go to
had
one of the
parties, and they had a pool, an indoor pool.
Cool,
Yeah.
yes.
and indoor and outdoor,
pool.
and right, and you could they. I don't know if they let them film there on occasion, that indoor pool.
What would they do if you have enough money?
Wow.
Hmm.
I haven't gone to the J. Paul Getty Museum, and I heard that's amazing.
Oh
That's
yeah.
another one I want to go to.
Well,
I've yet
there's a
I've yet
museum
to read
around me on Sepulveda Boulevard.
Sepulveda.
Off of the 405,
Bohemian.
and there's one up in Malibu, which was the original one before they built the museum. That's where he lived.
Right. So, but I heard that. I mean, anyone who has gone said it's fantastic. So I've yet to be there. I've been to LA since I'm 7 years old. I mean,
Yeah.
the first time I flew in a commercial jet, because I flew on a little Cessna 150 with my uncle before I flew on an actual big jet, and was TWA. It was when the TWA interesting building first opened,
Mhm.
which is now part of a hotel.
It's a hotel.
We passed
4-star
it.
hotel.
I almost went there because our flight was so early. I was going to go, let's go to the hotel, and hang out because it looks so cool. So I went there, and I've never been to Pink's. I've never had a hot dog at Pink's, not one time.
Oh, that was good. I did.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
What's the deal with Pink's?
It's
What's
okay.
it's just because it's been there for so long? Is
Yeah.
that it? I don't know.
It's been there, and since a lot of famous people and actors have been there, and
They still go.
they
also-
still go. But
Also,
I like Nathan's.
Randy's Donuts. That's
I
a
like
big
Nathan's
deal.
better.
Well,
Yeah.
Phil loved Nathan's better than that. Yeah,
Well,
so
Nathan throws me back to another era.
it's also a good hot dog. It's if it's made right and it's nice and plump and juicy.
Well, I tell you,
Crispy.
good hot
Right.
dogs. The best buy in town, at least in LA, is to get a hot dog over at Costco.
Same here. Same here. Costco and drink. It's like $1.99.
No, well, here it's $1.50.
No, with the
well,
drink, it's $1.99.
No, $1.50 with the drink, and you can get all the
If-
Really?
refills as you
Just-
want.
If they
Ooh.
start adding eggs to the hot dog, it's going to be $20.
Oh,
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
well,
well,
you know why the eggs are so expensive.
it's the
The
flu,
bird flu.
Bad
avian
chickens,
flu.
yeah. They killed,
Uh,
I think, 50,000, 60,000 chickens last year.
we're going off the rails. It's my fault.
Or 50,000, 50 million chickens, excuse me.
Well, the thing about the Cayman Islands,
No chickens.
there's chickens running around everywhere. That there's one day we saw a rooster. There were two roosters going after a hen.
Yeah,
The
well, of
hen was
course.
the hen was running. It looked like it looked like I was watching the Roadrunner.
Beep, beep,
How they went so fast after
beep,
this,
beep.
and
You
then
sound like you're talking about a porn movie. There were two
there was
roosters chasing this hen.
well, there was a cock chasing a hen. What do I know?
But
But
what was your very favorite vacation?
my favorite vacation. I don't know if I could.
Best
If
place you've ever been to visit?
I think my favorite place that I visited was Israel.
Hmm.
Uh I just the feeling you get there, I wouldn't now it's insanity over there, but
I still
uh
am going in
going to
August.
the going to the Western wall, the Wailing Wall, going to Masada, walking up at dawn, and looking out and seeing and the history that's there, and going to the old city in Jerusalem. Uh, we met this guy who brought us into his shop. He gave us mint tea, and he used to
Mm.
sell to the U.S. He used to sell to Fredericks,
Oh,
and he would sell these coats, and he would show us the coats, and it was. I mean, just in general, the tunnels of Hezekiah. You walk through tunnel up to your waist, and you're not. And I don't even know if some of that is still open. I don't
mm.
know what. I mean, things are. There's so much history of the religions, all the religions, and uh,
Did you feel more Jewish?
I felt more of a spirituality. I mean, I went to a good friend of mine, Edith. Her cousin got married near the desert in Beersheba, and we went to the wedding, and it was a military. She was marrying a guy who was a soldier,
Mm-hmm.
and so a lot of the people there, all the guys were soldiers, and so we went and we were waiting, and there's these, I was the only really American there, actually, because the friends I travel with were all from Eastern Europe, Czech,
Czechoslovakia.
Romania.
Yeah.
One person was from Israel, and
Mm.
so we looked, and the chuppah, which is where you get married, was attached to a tank, and
Cool.
they pulled so the tank they pulled the bride and groom in the tank. They lifted it up, and they did a ceremony. It was wild in the desert. So finally, service was done. Everyone's walking out. We go in, all soldiers, all these adorable soldiers, and really cute guys. And as we're walking in, they're playing American rock and roll music. So what do? They pick us right off to dance. It was it was great. We went to
Did they play a whim away?
they didn't play the lines. We didn't. I don't know if anyone asked them. I don't even remember. Uh I remember they played Elvis. They played Blue Suede Shoes for some reason. I don't know why, but
But by the way, that's a great movie, or it's a good movie. But
yeah,
Austin Butler, who played Elvis,
yeah.
Oh,
I
he
saw
was
it.
fantastic.
wonderful.
He won Golden Globe, right?
Yeah,
For best. So
It was
he'll
excellent movie.
and in
he'll
line
be
for the Oscar.
he's in line for the Oscar. I think he did a fabulous job. But anyway, I mean, Israel was one of my favorite places to go to. So, what was your favorite vacation spot?
Mine was Italy,
Okay,
going to
I liked Italy
Tuscany.
also. It's very
I loved
uh,
Tuscany. I loved going to all the wineries and going to places they made cheese. I just enjoyed every bit of it. I just love the history and going to all the museums. So I
yeah,
went to so many churches. So
right.
every church we went to, we had to find a synagogue to go to.
Well,
So,
I mean, I also loved going to Italy, and when my son was godson was there for
mhm,
6 months, we went to Florence,
I love
We went
Florence.
to
That's
Florence,
tough.
Venice, and Rome, and we went to, Tuscany. We had an incredible time. It was
I wasn't crazy about Venice. It was
oh,
okay.
I loved Venice.
Venice was great for 2 days. We were there for 4. It was too
We
much.
were only there for 2 days. It was perfect timing.
Did you go to the Doja Palace?
We stayed at the old Opera House.
Oh,
The
nice.
Opera House next door was a hotel that my friend Janie told us to go to. And of course we went to the Jewish section, the ghetto,
Hmm.
which was, I mean, it was an experience to be there. And
Did
then
you
there
go to
was
the Murano glass
Right, I was
factory?
just gonna say the glass blowing. I mean, that's the other thing. I think I have a couple of Murano glass the items
When
that
I went, we did the tour and everyone's looking at tchotchkes and I'm looking at a little better pieces. A guy goes, come up here. And Dennis goes, don't you go up there. I run up and it's all art and museum pieces.
Wow.
And I'm negotiating for this beautiful cordial set. I'm not going to say how much I paid for it. It's beautiful, but the guy is bargaining back and forth. I talked to him. I said, "What is your name?" He goes, "My name is Ari." I go, "Okay. Are you sure you're not Jewish the way you're negotiating with me?" He goes, "I am." Do you know the Marano family from that island are all Sephardic Jews? They own the glass factory
That's
since the
why
1600s.
I bought mezuzahs made.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
the Murano, the mezuzahs. That's what I bought there, pretty much.
It was
So
I was shocking. And he actually, because he saw my Moses, got free shipping. I got all the customs. I still had to pay something. I don't want to even go there, but I did get a good deal,
yeah,
Does
well,
your
sort of.
missus have the Torahs inside?
mezuzahs
What was
have
that? Yes.
The Torahs
the
inside.
little, yeah, the little.
And do you know if they
Hmm.
make one mistake in doing the Torah, you have to throw the whole thing away?
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't you have to bury it or something?
that's a
I
tough
don't know.
job.
They
I don't
bury it
know
with you
either.
when you go.
Who knows? But
And
Anyway, guys,
that's it.
we'll have to come back to Italy because I want to talk because our time is up, but I want to talk about the White Lotus.
oh,
Ooh, I didn't see the last one. Don't say anything. I'm gonna
But,
watch it this
but
weekend.
they were in Sicily,
I know.
and it
wait
was
a minute.
beautiful.
So White Lotus they film it in Italy, correct?
This
Yeah,
was filmed in Sicily, yes.
right.
The whole
That's
series,
the second.
No,
The
just
second.
this season. The
season
White
two.
Lotus is a different hotel.
Season two. Season one, I think,
Oh,
was in Hawaii,
Why, yes.
Hawaii. Well,
and I think I'm not sure what season three is going to be.
that's another favorite trip of mine. Going with I had my Hawaii 50 birthday there.
But
And
just to tease it, Jennifer Coolidge was saying what happened to her sex life after American Pie. But that's it.
Oh, God.
That would be a teaser till next week.
there's
Okay.
so many great vacations. I mean, Israel just stood out, but Italy and going with my family, it was great. And going to the beach this last vacation, just being with my husband and my son was a great thing.
Max, wrap it up.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Shalom.
See you
So
next week.
you've been listening to Tush Twins.
Listen
We'll
to
be
Tush
back
Twins
next
Yeah,
on,
the
week.
Tush Twins.
And we
on
also are
MalcolmPresents.com.
Malcolm
Here's the
Presents.
Tush Twins right here.
Right.
Let's see the tush. Ooh, bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Nay.